Dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Meditation Center. We have come here to the 8th meditation of Siva Sutra, the meditation number 78. What Lord Shiva says to Parvati. This particular technique is important technique. So this technique says, wherever your attention alights, wherever your attention alights, whatever you do, in the sense when you are studying or reading a newspaper, looking at a flower, working in an office, you are taking bath or eating, sleeping, wherever your attention alights, wherever you are attending, at this very point you should experience. Wherever your attention alights, at this point experience. So this is the meditation, 78th meditation. First, what you have to do is develop attention. What do you mean by attention? What do you mean by attention? Wherever your attention alights, at this very point experience. So what do you mean by attention? Attention is whenever you see something, you should not think about that. Suppose if you see a flower, a rose flower is given to you, you look at the rose flower and suddenly when you think on something, you won't be able to know what exactly the rose flower is. You look at the rose flower, your thought changes. Suddenly you come back to the rose flower, your thought changes. So when you look at the rose flower reveals itself to you. It comes back to you. So whatever you look at, it is reflected. So when the reflection comes back, when you are no thought, then you receive the reflection. When you are thinking about something, then you are not able to receive where you are attending. Suppose you attend a class, I am taking class, I am teaching certain word, telling something. So you hear few words from me, I am responding to you, I am teaching you, you are listener and I am the teacher, I am the person who is speaking to you, teaching you. So certain words come and you take those words, suddenly your thought goes away. After some time your thought comes, then whatever I say, you just picture, you just get it. Then once again your thought goes. So the gaps you fill it on your own and you wrongly mistake what I say. You are not able to understand. So you look at a flower, that particular flower, when you are showing your attention with no thought process in between, the flower reflects its ideas to you. It says about itself to you. When the flower reflects at you, if you have a thought, then there will be a wall. You won't be able to receive what the flower is saying. So you won't be able to understand what the flower is saying. So any object, whether it is a computer, whether it is a newspaper, or whether it is a car or a house, whatever your look is there, when you are attending on that, when you are looking at that, you have to fully concentrate and be attentive without thinking about anything else. When you think about anything something else, then the object which you have seen, object which you want to understand, the object which you are attending on, when it tells, when it speaks, when it reveals itself, you won't be able to receive. So this is the mantra, this is the sutra. He says, Lord Shiva says, whenever your attention falls on something, at this very point experience. With full attention, without any thought, you go for a movie, you sit in the theater, you just fully concentrate on that movie, you don't think about anything, then what happened? That the actor and actress, the dialogues they speak, the costumes they wore, you cannot forget even after 20 years, even after 20-25 years, if you say what the dress Mr. Rajinikanth was wearing in that particular movie, you will be able to tell. The dialogues you will be able to tell. because what happens, there is no thought, extra thought going on in your head, you are completely full attention, you are focusing on the movie and the movie speaks to you. What is the movie? It is just the plain board, through that it is reflected, and with full attention when you concentrate without any thought process, there what happened, there is a connectivity between you and that particular movie scene, which you are not able to forget. In the same way, when you see a flower, when you look at the flower without any thought process, there is a connection between you and the flower. The flower is revealing something, and that revelation of that flower comes back to you. You accept that, and you, as you keep on watching, the flower tells a lot of things. So, whatever object you look at, it reflects at you. So, all the objects from morning to night, when you look at, each is mirroring itself, each is telling itself. The whole existence is a mirror. In this planet, whatever you see, it is mirroring, it is telling, and you become a mirror also. So, suppose if you travel for 1 hour in a train, just look at the train, look at the people around, look at the trees passing by, be in the train and be as a person who is witnessing all those things. If your thought changes, then what happened? You look so tired, exhausted. Something, morning to night, you look in the street, you keep on looking at something, you are thinking something, you are watching all the traffic, you become so tired. You read a book for 1 hour or 2 hours, you become tired, you want to take rest. But why? Because when you are reading that book, your thought is somewhere else, you are thinking about something else. When you read a book, so there are people who read for 18 hours. I read nearly 13 papers per day. So, I never get tired. Why? Because as I read the paper, I don't think about anything else. So, I become one with the paper information. So, the paper is reflecting all the information to me, and I am receiving the information. And when I look at that paper, reading magazine or a paper or a book, all my attention is over there. So, here my attention is over there without any thought, and that paper reveals all the matter to me. So, I absorb all whatever it gives. When I look at the flower is saying something, and I absorb everything. As I absorb everything, there are two persons. One is the person who is looking, that is me, and the flower, that is an object. So, there is two persons there. One is the looker and one is the object. So, I can experience these both, the looker and the object. So, when the looker and object is there, there is a relationship between them. So, I become an experiencer. So, the experience becomes an experiencer. The person who is experimenting or looking at it, he becomes an experiencer. So, here in Buddhism and Jainism, it is said that whenever you walk, the Lord Buddha and Mahavir says, you have to look 4 feet on the ground. Don't look more than that. See, as you look at the object, what happens? You are throwing certain amount of energy outside. So, when you throw some energy outside, your energy is getting wasted. But when you throw the energy on something, that particular object, whatever it is, if it gives back the energy, and if you don't have any thought process going on in your head, you will be able to observe the energy, then there won't be any tiredness. See, reading 12 hours a book, a magazine, what happened? When you see, you will give a lot of energy. All your energy is going away. But as you read the paper, there is a connection between the reader and the material which is read. So, that material which is read, it is giving certain amount of energy to you, and when you are able to absorb the energy, you never feel tired, you feel rejuvenated. You watch a movie, there are people who are watching movies for the whole day. There are people who are watching the cricket match for 5 days. How is it possible they are not getting tired? Because with full attention, without any thought process going on in their head, they are fully attentive of that television program or movie program or a cricket match There are people who work whole day, morning to night, still they don't get tired. They get rejuvenated because their entire focus, their entire attention, without any thought process, is on the job which they do. So, even at the night time after heavy work, they go to the bed, they feel so fresh, energetic, because whatever the work they do, whatever the concentration they put on in certain object, that is giving the energy back to them, and they are able to observe that energy. You will be able to observe the energy only when there is a no thought process going on. You are not thinking about something else. See, I am taking classes. In this class, when I think about my home and my family, then the energy which I am getting from the class, I won't be able to get the energy. I am losing my energy. When you travel in a train, when you look at the persons and things and what's all going on over there, when you are able to think that whatever the object you see, it is giving an amount of energy, and if you are not thinking about any energy and if you are fully attentive, those energy which you are getting it, you feel so rejuvenated. The whole world, when you go outside, you can look, thousands of trees are there, animals, birds, you find cars and bungalows and houses. So, whatever you look, without any thought process, without any thinking about anything, when you are able to look at it, you and those objects, all the objects, then what happened? All the objects will be like a mirror. All the mirrors will be mirroring you. You can be seen. So, the whole existence is like a mirror, and you will be mirrored, and you are such a phenomena, such a divine phenomena with thorough attention, without any thought process. When you are able to look at it, then what happens? You get lot of energy. When you travel in a train, when you are thinking about the future journey, when you are thinking about the future plans, you miss that experience of gaining the energy from the travel. When you are reading a newspaper, when you are not able to concentrate fully with the with full attention, without thinking about anything, then whatever you read, nothing will go and get inside your head, because you are not in a state of observation. The thought process becomes a wall, you won't be able to get, because when you read the newspaper, you are thinking about the family. When you are working in the company, you are thinking about your entertainment, some other thing. Then what happens? All the energy which you are putting, it is reflected back, but you are not able to observe it, then you lose the energy. So, this is a wonderful and beautiful technique. What this technique says, be attentive from morning to night, the whole day, the whole week, the whole year, whatever you do with full attention, when you concentrate without any thought process, all those will be reflecting back on you. Every material, whatever you see, it has energy. That energy, when it comes back to you, it gives you more energy, you will be more rejuvenated, and whatever the things which you do will be very successful. Hope you were able to understand this particular sutra. Wherever your attention alights, whatever you see, wherever your attention is concentrated, at this very point you have to experience. What is an experience? The object is there, the cup is there, I am here. When I look at the cup, this cup is reflecting something back on me. Only if I fully concentrate and be attentive on this cup, whatever the energy which it gives back to me, I will be able to observe. Otherwise, I just keep the cup, whatever the energy it is giving back, it is blocked by my thought process of something else. So, I am losing my energy. That's how I get exhausted. That's what I get boring. That's where I feel so tired. So, to remove all these, be attentive, be the experiencer, be the looker, object and the looker. You can be a witness for the object and the looker. Hope you are able to get it. So,